Ladies and gentlemen, it's the world's most dangerous podcast.
Dope Dealers Podcast.
You know what it is. It's going down, episode 53.
Oh, shit.
It's your man, Jamal Doman.
Tobe Hixx.
It's going down. What's up, Tobe Hixx?
Oh, man. Glad to be here. Another week.
Yeah,
brother.
man. We back. We are back in full effect, man. We are back. Shout out to all the people out there. Shout out to the armed forces. You know we do
Army,
it for you guys.
Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard,
Yes.
Bloods, and the Crips.
Yes. Everybody out there, man. We appreciate you guys listening, man. We appreciate you guys listening to our last week's episode, the NBA mid-season award show. We did that one, and I appreciate all the love we get from that. And we are excited that the NBA second half of the NBA season is starting, and hopefully my Sixers will go far, and then we'll see if them Lakers make the playoffs.
Oh, man, I'm over here. I don't know really what to think, if I want them to make it or not, man.
It's going down, man. Dope independent music, opening up the show. That is the homie Moses Laura. He's back with us again. That's his third time bringing us a song, man. That's his new one called On a Thursday.
Yeah, that's that riding music.
Yeah.
That's that riding a blunt in the ashtray smoking.
Yeah, that's that Cali music. Moses from Los Angeles, man. Shout out to everybody at Fearless Music, his label over there, man, and check him out at The Real Moses One. And listen, you know how we do. If you have independent dope music, just send it to us and we will play it. We will bang it on the show and we will give you a shout out because that's how we do, man.
Dope Dealers Podcast.
Tobe Hixx, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, glad to be here. Glad to be back from Alabama.
That's right, man. Welcome back to America.
Yeah, man, it was a trip down there. Had a great time, though, at the Stardome this weekend with the homie Felipe Esparza, Rodrigo Torres. We had a great time. The staff and the management was real cool. I really appreciate them down there. You got to appreciate the spot where they give you cups to go.
Yeah, and the Stardome, I hear that's a great club.
Yes,
man.
it was really nice.
Yeah, hopefully one day I get down there, man.
And then it was really cool because my relative Sharon, she was able to come down. I hadn't seen Sharon since we were like teenagers, so her and her husband and her daughter came to the show. So we had a great time. It was a real blessing.
That's what's up, man. Well, we got a crazy, crazy busy show, man. So much stuff is going on. It's tomfoolery going on. It's ratchetness. We're gonna talk about Jussie Smollet that lost his goddamn mind. Colin Kaepernick that's got the money. He got his money now.
He secured the bag.
So much shit we talking about, man. We got the dope of the week, man, and we're gonna talk about Tekashi. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Tekashi 6ix9ine snitching. We're gonna talk about it all, man.
Just call that nigga 6ix9ine. Fuck trying to get the pronunciation right.
That's what's up, man. So
nigga's a bitch.
And we got a special guest in the house, man. My young boy out of Jersey, man. He's gonna sit in with us, man. Talented up and coming comedian. Who's gonna guest host with us, man, and talk about it. Cause Toby, we of age, but sometimes we need to bring the young generation and listen to what they got to say, man.
Yeah, we definitely do. Cause
we Eric B, Rakim, we NWA, we Big Daddy Kane. We got to bring the Migos or you know what I mean, kind of like that J. Cole. Even though I like J. Cole too, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got to bring.
I didn't grow up with the Migos and them, man. I grew up in Jay-Z era.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that, man.
D Block and all that.
Let's bring him on, man. He is a comedian that does poetry. He's from New Jersey. Listen, I work with this brother. I took him on the road with me a couple times. Very talented brother, good brother, really making his way out here in L.A. Ladies and gentlemen, Dope Dealer Podcast. Put your hands together for Jokenword.
Welcome.
Jokenword.
Welcome.
What's up, homie?
I'm chilling, man. I'm good, man. It's good to see you again,
Jersey,
man.
New Jeru's in the house.
I know, right?
Damn, I was out there. I got arrested out there, speaking of Jersey, 3 months ago.
Yup.
Yeah.
What part?
Newark, at the airport.
Oh, well, yeah. That's
At the airport.
Jokenword said,
about right.
I had less than a gram of weed. I got arrested on the way coming back home. I didn't even know I had it. I mean, I would have smoked it while I was there. I wouldn't have came back through the airport with it. Yeah, they arrested me at the airport in Newark.
You said less than a gram, right?
Yeah, less than a gram. I didn't even know it was
you smoke it.
I didn't even know it was in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
What was fucked up is the police didn't want to arrest me. They came. I showed them my paperwork, my card and shit, and they was like, "Okay, Mr. Hicks, you good to go." They let me keep my weed and everything. I didn't know I had it to begin with. So then they come back. I'm waiting for the plane to come. I'm at the gate, ready to go on. It's time to board. Some tell me to turn around, and there go the police. They walking back, and they said, "Hey, Mr. Hicks, we didn't want to arrest you for this, but our boss is making us," and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was fucked up.
They want to,
They held me just long enough so I can miss the
So
flight.
you can miss the flight.
Yeah.
Have to pay more.
It's going down, man. Well, we appreciate you coming to the show. Now, explain your name. How did Jokenword? I kind of know what it's about, but tell the party people, what's that about?
This nigga said party people.
Yeah, man. I listen to all the party people, man.
That was old school.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Nigga
though.
said tell the party people.
All right. Jokenword literally kind of like fell on me. I wrote a couple poems that people would laugh at. And, I started memorizing them. And then, people was like, yo, that's hot. We'll call it Jokenword. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And my stage name before that was my nickname, and my last name, it was Kells Barksdale.
Yeah.
But R. Kelly started tripping. So we had to switch up a little bit. R. Kelly.
He was tripping before you was born. Shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like, people be like, oh, what's your name? Kelly? I'm like, nah, it's Kells like R. Kelly, but without the young girls. And I got tired of, explaining that.
That's too much, yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, we'll go with the second best option. That's Jokenword.
Okay, cool, man. So yeah, you because I took you on the road with me. Because you're a very, very funny comedian. You mix poetry in it too. You could do like funny poems and stuff. And hopefully, at the end of the show episode today, we're gonna have you do one of your poems, man. One of your funny. All right, you from North or South Jersey?
South Jersey.
You from South Jersey? Okay, all right. Yeah, he from the See, North is the rough. He from the good part, man.
Yeah. Like I used to joke around, say East Philly.
Yeah.
Suburbs.
Willenboro, the Cherry Hill.
Yeah, Burlington County.
Burlington County. That's what's up, man. So appreciate you. So you out here in LA now doing your thing. How's everything going for you out here, man?
It's cool, man. I feel like in LA they give you like a trial period. Like you could come out and be funny the first week. They'd be like, oh well, we'll never see him again.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit of time, and then, I'm in year 3 of LA. So
yeah. So you're year 3 out here now? Yeah. So you starting to get your feet wet a little
people
bit.
People are like, oh, he's here.
Yeah,
you got
gonna be here. Yeah.
You got the family out here too. So you do. It ain't like me coming out here, by myself, and you got responsibilities.
Facts.
Well, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you, man. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on, man. The dope story of the week. Let's get right into it, man. Is your man, Empire star, I don't know for how long, Jussie Smollet. This whole situation, I don't know nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
nobody knows so let's just break it down. On January 29th, the Empire Star claimed he was beaten by 2 men who used racial and homophobic slurs. Of course, this was a big thing. It was said that the guys had "Make America Great" hats on, and even though he said he never said that. I guess the media kind of ran with it. And of course, a lot of people came to his defense. It was in such sensitive times that we live in now, man. The black community, everybody just came to his defense and said this was fucked up. And turns out that may not be the case.
I figured he was lying when he said that they had "Make America Great Again" hats, and they said "F Empire." Because if you voted for Trump, you're not watching Empire. That was my whole thing. And I was like, yo.
And then, yeah. And if you got the hat on, though, I was kind of believing him at first, because if somebody's wearing one of them hats, they will say faggot. They will say that word. That's them people.
And it was like 2 of them. It was from the beginning of the story. It was a little kinks in the story because he said he was going to the Subway like 2 a.m. Subway to get a sandwich, 2 a.m. and it's Chicago cold.
Yeah, like how you on TV? I mean, what's happened with the DoorDash?
Yeah, with DoorDash and all that stuff.
Subway ain't even good enough to get at 2 a.m. That's
it's
what I'm
cold
mad
as
about.
fuck out there, and you ain't doing. I mean, you would come on, man. You on TV? You would get somebody to go get that shit. You wouldn't fucking go out in the cold. That right there is that's a red flag.
So let me just read. However, Smollett's account is now being challenged with police investigating whether or not he paid 2 acquaintances to stage the attack. I guess police came up on these 2 Nigerian brothers who I guess they were on camera that night, and supposedly the very next day they left for Nigeria. They left for Nigeria and came back the very next day after the attack, they left for Nigeria and then came back. And they were extras.
Buddy pass.
They were extras. They were and the buddy pass. They don't get you from Chicago to Nigeria. It's going to barely get you to Chicago and Cleveland. There were extras on Empire. Like they worked as extras on Empire. So we still to this day, we don't really know what's going on. So of course, A lot of people think he lying. He went on Good Morning America or one of the ABC news shows and did a
Yeah, when he was cussing, talking about, why the fuck would anybody make up a story like this?
Yeah, so wait, they was Nigerian Trump supporters.
Yeah.
When did extras start making enough money just to be traveling to Nigeria back and forth?
All right, so Chicago police confirmed on Tuesday that they received a tip from someone claiming to have seen the three men together, meaning Jussie and the two Nigerian guys, in the elevator of Jussie's apartment building on the evening of the attack. However, later in the day, police spokesman tweeted that the tip was unfounded. If Smollet falsified a police report, the charge is a Class 4 felony in Illinois and carries a potential sentence of 1 to 3 years. He also could pay restitution. It's a very, very situation, said Phil Turner, a former federal prosecutor. He's got some very significant exposure. Basically, if this come to find out he was lying and made this up for whatever reason, his career is over. He's
done. Especially because when you talking about some white folks jump you, some Trumps, he's not working again.
They not letting him. First thing, he wasn't even, it's someone like he was A-list anyway, and and I just wanted, to me, Jussie got to just tell the truth. Because America,
this don't make sense.
We are forgiving. So if you just come out and say, hey,
why though? Why would you?
It's been scenarios.
It's Hollywood. People need that attention. He's on the cusp of being.
Yeah, they cut off the show and shit.
So,
God damn.
Well, the show is almost. And another thing, if this comes out true. They're not going to let him back on Empire. Empire is pretty much over anyway. I think this was his last season anyway, but he's not going to work anymore. To me, it's been scenario, people online, on Twitter, the rumor, he got beat up by his boyfriend and he just kicked this because he had to show reason that he had a black eye, so he made up this. This just all just shit they talk about
that's
online.
Going a little too far. Beat up by his boyfriend.
But why would he stage this attack? Why would you? That don't even make sense.
Nah,
you got to be dumb as shit.
All publicity is good publicity.
Not this. Not when
people do. If they didn't find out about the lie, and
But how did he not think they was going to find out? They got cameras. The police know what the fuck they doing. Don't you watch First 48?
Yeah, how do you think
people lie every day, B? People lie every day.
But
go ahead, Toe. I'm sorry.
I just can't believe. I just can't understand it. The fucked up part about it is that now there's gonna be some niggas somewhere who do get beat up by some white racist, Trump supporting motherfuckers, and his story ain't gonna hold no water. It's just like when women who don't get raped say they got raped, they fuck it up for the women who actually went through this horrific shit.
So listen to this.
This nigga done lost his mind.
Listen to this. So Smollet told police the two men attacked him at 2 a.m., poured bleach on him. Who's walking around at 2 a.m. with bleach? And put a noose around his neck. Who's walking around in Chicago? This
cold as a motherfucker.
Chicago cold as a
bleach
whole.
and noose.
Yeah.
He also claimed that they told him it was "Make America Great Country," a reference to. So he said he didn't say nothing about a hat, but the.
What part of Chicago was this?
It must have been.
Yeah, then it's like he acting
Sox?
like he's in the toughest part of Chicago.
These white people just showed up with nooses and bleach.
Oh, my God. Federal investigators are also probing a threatening letter that was sent to the Empire set. The letter included homophobic language and contained a white powder, which was later determined to be a crushed painkiller tablet. Should that letter turn out to be fake, federal prosecutors could also pursue a mail fraud charge. Oh, my God. This is somebody put on Twitter, shit, this better than Empire been the last 2 seasons. This is like Empire the first 2 seasons when it was real good. I just don't. Hopefully, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let the investigators finish their investigation.
That's a light-skinned nigga shit, man. It's light-skinned nigga shit, man. Ain't no dark-skinned nigga wouldn't pull a move like that.
That don't even.
We don't tell people we got to beat up. First of all,
yeah,
man. They would be lying about getting beat up for days. They'd be like, I tripped. Yeah. Just all types of other stuff.
Then niggas supposed to show up in the cold to pull off this prank? Get the fuck out of here.
White people will go out in the cold, though.
Oh, yeah, white people. Yeah, I'm talking about the black people. Yeah, I was talking about the Nigerians.
Smollet has retained 2 criminal defense lawyers. They have denied that Smollet staged the attack and said he would continue to cooperate. His lawyers may be having a psychiatrics examine the guy so they can prepare for some kind of psychiatric defense. I don't know. They might be saying,
Oh, man. That's even worse. Now you're going to play crazy.
oh, man.
This motherfucker going to play crazy. You wasn't crazy when you was taping them scenes and cashing them checks. Now you crazy. Ain't that a bitch?
If he made this up, he broke the trust of a lot of fans. Say you lied and you're sorry for the lie. Apologize to the people who have supported you. Promise to make it up and find a cause that's near and dear to your heart and devote you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What foundation is that? What do you mean find a cause near and dear to motherfuckers who
homeless people? I don't know. We are very forgiving if you just come clean. This is I really, when I first started. When the chink started in his story, I put on Twitter, I said, I really hope he ain't make this shit.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he should just
I said, you can't be that dumb. So whatever it is, just tell us, man, and just hopefully.
Because people forgive light-skinned niggas, too, more than they do dark-skinned niggas.
You should.
They'll forgive a light-skinned nigga quickly. White people will, too.
They forgive white people quickly. Remember Ryan Lachie? Remember
Ryan
him? Made
Locke.
up. Locke made up the Olympic guy.
Dude, right? Yeah.
They forgave him. He didn't lose his Lance Armstrong. They had some names of people, but
they ain't
both of them guys.
I don't know. Lance.
They ain't forgetting. Lance deceived them too hard. They said fuck Lance still. Lance can't do shit.
So Jussie Smollet, we're gonna follow this story and just hopefully, brother, I feel bad for his family. His sister, Jernay Smiley, all the family. Jernay is a talented actress. They all in the industry.
Well,
a lot of they had a gay black activist on CNN the other day. Was it today or yesterday? He was very disappointed.
LZ Granderson?
No, it wasn't him. It was just a guy from a foundation, and he was highly upset because he was like, "This makes the LGBT community look bad."
It make everybody. It make black people.
It made us all look bad.
Yeah.
So I think more black people, but I think more homosexual.
So
community.
he had been out of the closet for years.
Yeah. Everybody knew. Yeah, he never hid it, nothing like that. That's why people were saying he may have got a fight with his boyfriend and then had to come up with this, because he had marks on his face. Instead of just
shit,
saying,
man, he could have told the truth on that. That ain't even domestic violence. That's just two niggas fighting. What the fuck? That ain't domestic violence. Nigga ain't going to jail for that.
Hold up, man.
Shit.
That's still considered domestic violence, man.
Man, no, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No,
it's still considered domestic violence, man.
Nah, the police come and be two niggas fighting. That's what it was.
Man, you are. All right, so we're going to follow that story, man. So many.
I don't know why you could have told the truth on that.
So much. It's just, man, it's so much stuff going on,
this motherfucker thought I was cheating and punched me in the eye.
Let's go.
Fucking Derek.
Let's move on. Because we got so much, there's so much tomfoolery, so much ratchetness is going on, man. Let's move on to snitch or not to snitch.
Oh.
Your man Tekashi 6ix9ine, the hip-hop troll, I call him. The hip-hop troll.
That's hip-hop it right there.
Huh?
Hip-hop it. The clown.
Yeah. Listen, y'all know I'm old school. I never paid attention to this motherfucker.
Yeah, my daughters, they listen to him.
They listen to him.
Yeah.
I heard he sort of sounds like Onyx. I heard he has an Onyx sound to him. I ain't pay no attention to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know not one track.
I listen to J. Cole, I listen to Kendrick Lamar, I listen to Meek Mill. That's what I listen to.
Yeah.
Then
some
I listen,
educated.
I listen to wow. Okay. Well, so anyway,
streetwise.
The hip hop troll, as you know, he was arrested. He was part of a gang, and they got into a whole lot of shit. Basically, the motherfucker snitched on everybody.
What city was this, dude?
This in New York.
Okay, what gang was it? Do you know?
I think he was a blood.
He was a blood.
Yeah, he's a blood. Oh, that's you. Oh, that's you, Tobe. Toby's a blood.
This nigga here now it's got a whole new light on it. Are you kidding me?
All right, so I say rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine might be looking at the Witness Protection Program post jail.
Post jail. Oh,
he was originally facing. He's already in. They got him in prison. Yeah,
but when I'm saying that like 40 years.
If they said post prison, that means shit.
He was originally facing a minimum.
He probably gonna do 4.
Look,
They're talking 1 to 3.
he was originally facing a minimum of 47 years behind bars, but his sentence could be much shorter if he continues to cooperate with investigators. Tekashi 6ix9ine, also known as Daniel Hernandez, might not. So he's Mexican, or might not get nearly as
From
much
New
jail.
York, he's Puerto Rican.
Might not get as much jail time as we originally reported, according to TMZ. Because he cooperated with investigators, he might get a lesser sentence with the possibility of witness protection. Tekashi pled guilty to 9 felonies, including racketeering, conspiracy, firearms offenses, and narcotics. Let me get that word together.
Yeah.
Tobe, you know that word.
Narcotics.
Trafficking back in November. He also admitted that he hired someone to shoot rapper Chief Keef. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He was facing a minimum of 47 years and a possibility of a life sentence.
This all happened back in November. So it didn't take him long to snitch.
Yeah. Oh, he snitched. He snitched the first day. It wasn't nothing gangster. This nigga was he trolled. He's not a real gangster. He trolled himself in.
But he's not only did he snitch on everybody, he snitched on himself and everybody else.
Man. Yeah, somebody said he's gonna witness protection. Like,
how you gonna hide with all that shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How
face?
you?
What he gonna do?
Yeah,
Motherfucker gonna show up in a Chrysler Town and Country van with wife and kids now? Like, what the fuck?
I don't. And somebody said I think Carlos Miller put online. He still can he can drop an album on. He can move out the country, drop an album online, and still go platinum. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he can still find ways to make money. He can't do no shows, though. Fuck you gonna do a show? Can't do no show.
He can listen. It's like I said. You listen.
No, he can't do no.
Snitching ain't what it used to be, motherfucker. You got straight up snitches walking around in the community like it ain't nothing, like it ain't back in the day.
But I mean, no, you can't do no hip hop show and you been snitching whatever. And then you don't. I mean, the security, the motherfuckers the shit they would have to do. I mean, he'd be scared to come out in public like that.
That's Tobe. These young motherfuckers don't care nothing about no snitching.
So you feel like he'll just get out of prison 3 years
Everybody wearing tight
and just
clothes
go
now.
do a show?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These young motherfuckers don't care nothing about snitching. It ain't how we came up.
Yeah, but
It ain't snitches get snitches get stitches.
Snitches get
More
like
than
jail
that. I
time.
mean,
now.
It ain't.
So he just get back out and start doing shows like fuck it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story.
I don't think it's that smooth, but I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, it's a well-known, it's a snitch from my community, OG dude. From what I understand, he snitched, and I know he came home about 6-7 years. He walking around doing whatever. He had the clubs, he had parties, and everything. I heard somebody approached him like, "Nigga, you snitched," and you know what he said? So what? Who gonna do something to me? Like, that's the mentality now. Like, and he right. Ain't nobody do nothing to him.
Man,
he been home 6-7 years at every party.
Well, yeah. He been there 6-7 years. Yeah.
but he might be dangerous. 6'9".
yeah. And then you know what?
You from Philly, right?
Then,
Yeah, from Philly.
it depends. So obviously, he snitched on some niggas who didn't want to bring no funk. Because if you just snitch on the average motherfucker, you ain't just gonna be out at the club for 5-6 years and nobody touch your ass. Somebody in that family, somebody that he snitched on, got somebody that ain't scared to do something. They just ain't caught up with him yet. But it sounds like he snitched on some bitches. You know, some motherfuckers he wasn't scared, didn't have no respect for. You know, that don't make it right, but it's just because there's no other explanation for that. You ain't gonna fucking do that.
So he was in some trouble actually before, in 2015 when he was 18, he pleaded guilty to criminal sex acts with a 13-year-old. So he was 18 fucking a little 13-year-old girl, and so he had, I know that was issues before that. In January, he confessed to racketeering, illegal firearms, and aiding an attempted murder as part of the violent crime ring, the Trey 9 Gangsters. Gangsters. Shit. Yeah, so he snitched on some serious dudes.
And it ain't nothing like being snitched on. I was snitched on and shit. He got the quick, true dope story. Yeah, I was snitched on.
This is a Tobe Hixx dude.
Yeah, this is a Tobe Hixx true dope story.
Go ahead.
I was snitched on. This was at the time when I had picked up a warrant I had sold to the undercover policeman. I told that story to everybody. I sold to the police, and so I had a warrant. And I just kept living my life. I had fake everything, fake ID and all that shit, but I was just living my life doing the same thing normal, and everything was fine and shit. So finally I started going back home to take cocaine back to Nebraska, and so, because the price was so, wonderful. So then people that knew me, they knew the situation I was in, that I had the warrant or whatever. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't hiding. I was just going on with my lifestyle. When I got the warrant, I was so fortunate enough, my a very good friend of mine, his father was on the city council. And so the city council, I mean, people at the police department, they knew that this man knew me. They knew, that's how deep it was. And so they spoke to the city councilman and said, hey, look, your son's, his man's, his man is, he got this warrant, blah, blah, blah. So he told me. So I was able to move, live my life and still move around. And so if I'd have never went home to sell dope, I would have never got caught, because out here it wasn't no big thing. That's when you could not have your ID on you, and motherfucking have time to take everybody down to the police station. But in these smaller towns, they do have time. So I'm back home, and I'm rolling, and the police pull me over, and I ain't got no ID on me. I give them a name or whatever. They take me to jail. And they say, hey, we just gonna fingerprint you and make sure, nothing come up and you'll be out. So they fingerprinted me, nothing came up. The name I had was clean. I left. And my dumb ass, here's where I made the mistake. Okay, they didn't tow the car that night. They let me leave the car on the street or whatever. So I got out, called a cab back to where the car was, the same car I was in. I'm riding around town like shit didn't happen. Next thing I know, the police get behind me again. They pull me over, and I'm like, yo, hey, they just took me to jail like 30 minutes ago. I'm so-and-so, so-and-so. And they was like, no, you're Tobe Hixx. You got a felony warrant out of California, blah, blah, blah. But what had happened was somebody close to me had called the police and said, hey, y'all just had Tobe Hixx. He got a warrant, blah, blah, blah. And y'all had him arrested. Like, this person told on me that quick.
So you know who it was?
Yeah, I ended up finding out who it was.
Okay.
And it was someone I thought that was close to me. I mean, like a brother. It was devastating.
There's always somebody close to you.
He was like a brother. And so, and to this day, he don't know that I know.
Oh, wow.
And I've talked to him since then.
He's in the community. He's going to parties and everything. He's walking around a known snitch. That's what I'm saying. Tobe, you ain't do nothing to him. What I'm saying. That's why snitches are confident now.
He went to prison or whatever. It was a case of where, like, I know he did it, but I not 100% know, but I pretty much know, because not too many people knew I had the warrant. That ain't no shit I was just out there saying, I got a felony warrant back in California. Now, how about how much for these 7 grams? What you got for these 7 grams? Obviously, I wasn't doing that. And so, but like I said, my mistake was I went and got in the same car. It was literally like 30 minutes after I got it, they let me out. I was arrested again.
Damn. Snitch. Hey, man. It's good. So
what did he gain from snitching on you? Like, what was
did he? You think what was his what's his motive?
He still went to prison for the crimes he committed, so they probably, I think, probably the shit he told on me, that probably didn't get too much.
Was you getting too much money than him, or was you taking some of his territory? Like, what you think
No, he was just trying to get time off his sentence. It had nothing to do. I didn't do nothing to him. I treated him with love. It was, that was one of my guys, I looked out for him, and we, from childhood. It was just...
It's no loyalty among criminals, man.
Yeah, see, if it wasn't a childhood friend, I might have killed him.
Wow.
But see, I wasn't going to do that because it wasn't, I know his whole family. His family treated me like family. He's probably got family members right now that don't know that he snitched on me. They don't even know.
I remember back in Philly, what drug dealers used to do, like somebody had a corner over there, somebody had they'd drop dime on the motherfuckers got the corner around the corner. Like, just, drop dime on them because they fighting over the crackheads. So
we
get them off the streets.
We didn't do no shit like that. We wasn't gonna never call it. You know how we did it? We just go around there and air the spot out, and then that shuts it down anyway. Because now motherfuckers want to go over there and buy dope because it was a shooting.
Kels, I see you looking at Tobe Hixx like, Tobe lived that life.
And that's
you looking at him.
I heard you say
Like, before he became a comedian, he lived that life.
Look, that ain't even.
Those are so I had a situation where I rode with 2 people that were felons to a show.
Whoa.
And I didn't know. Like, I had did a show in Buffalo, and we were driving from New Jersey. Nobody said nothing for the first hour. And I'm like, yo, you 2 ride together a lot? He's like, nah, it's my second time meeting them. I'm like, yo, you just pick up strangers? He's like, yeah, first time I went upstate, I was on a bus full of strangers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, how long was your set? And he's like, 7 years. And I'm like, dang. Like, I didn't, I didn't get it. Yeah. And the other dude, he was like, yo, I had a set that was a week. And I'm like, dang. And then, eventually I realized by the time we got to Syracuse what they was talking about.
Yeah.
And then, he explained more. But I was like, all right, well.
Hey, listen, this guy has a fascinating, this Tekashi 6ix9ine, his real name is Daniel Hernandez. He dropped out of school at the age of 13. Hernandez's life fell sideways in his teenage years. Here we go. When he was 13, his father was murdered a block from his family home. The experience had a huge impact on Hernandez, and he soon dropped out of school and started working odd jobs to help his mother. My pops died in 8th grade, and I just started bugging in school, he told the podcast No Jumper in 2017. I was 13. I was waiting for my pops to come back home, and he never came. Hernandez ultimately turned to selling drugs. At around that time, he developed his 6ix9ine persona, drawing inspiration from anime, hip-hop, and metal. He eventually got the number 6ix9ine tattooed on his body more than 200 times. In February of 2015, Hernandez performed sexual acts with a 13-year-old whom he said he believed was 19. I don't know about you. 13 and 19.
Come on, man.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. And if he would have said, I thought she was 17 or something like that.
Can you imagine this tattoo artist? Like, what you gonna do this time? Nigga, just another 6ix9ine.
As Hernandez rose through the ranks of internet fame and notoriety, he attended a party on February 22nd, 2015, where he performed several sexual acts with a 13-year-old girl. Hernandez was 19 at the time. The lurid acts are described in detail in the criminal complaint obtained in 2017. Hernandez was arrested in March 2015 over the incident and pleaded guilty in October of that year. In his plea agreement, Hernandez's sentence was adjourned until October 2017. The terms of his release required that he not post explicit images of women to social media, that he write a letter explaining himself to the complaining witness and her family, and he not commit a crime for 2 years, and that he obtained a GED. Hernandez later told police he thought the girl was 19. He also contradicted his plea statement in several interviews, saying he didn't engage with the girl sexually and thought she was over.
Why was she at a party? I mean, what? That
is true.
Her parents.
What could have been a house party? Is New York, yeah.
13, no house party. It don't matter.
Man.
You don't remember you 13?
Yeah, I mean, I was fucking at 13, but I was fucking another 13-year-old.
Hernandez focused on building his online following, but made a deal with a fugitive. After his 2015 criminal case, Hernandez seemed to focus on growing his Instagram following by promoting his brash persona and making music on SoundCloud. He also struck a deal with Kefano Shadi Jordan to be his manager. With Jordan, Hernandez made more mainstream street rap, started feuding with SoundCloud rappers, and began charging up to $100,000 for a performance. But Jordan also had a criminal record. At the time, he was a fugitive from New Jersey. Authorities had been charged with having been charged with narcotics trafficking. Hernandez became, his first hit was Gummo in 2017.
Gummo?
Hernandez's first proper single was Gummo.
How you spell that?
Gummo. Released in November 2017, it hit the Billboard charts and was remixed by Offset and Lil Wayne. The video shows 6ix9ine at his most colorful, sporting his signature dry candy-colored hair and red bandana and carrying bags of what appears to be marijuana. It was around this time that Hernandez began giving more interviews about his career, and when the 2015 charges against him gained notoriety. He's been in trouble a lot. He's been a troll, but people like it. Like you said, Tobe, your kids like him.
Yeah, they was listening to that shit.
I wonder, but it's not about skills anymore.
No.
Does he have skills?
It doesn't matter no more.
It doesn't matter.
It's literally about popularity nowadays. So you could say anything. You could rap about these cookies on the table, and that's it. If you popular, then you popular. Nobody care about skills no more.
He was kidnapped. He said 2 men forced him into a car at a New York City intersection and stole his jewelry. The kidnappers also forced him to call his girlfriend for more money at home, and he ultimately escaped by opening the back door of the car. A member of the non-Trey gangsters, also known as Treyway, a part of the Blood Street Gang, was charged with the crime in November. So wasn't that his gang? So somebody from his gang did that? Federal authorities believe Hernandez is also a member of the gang. Yeah, so he was having
you know
issues.
what's funny is that until you just said that, I didn't know what that. I've heard some youngsters out here saying that Treyway. I didn't know what they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard people say that out here in L.A. I had no idea that it was a New York gang, youngsters.
So we're gonna be following that story. I just don't, it's crazy because back in the 90s, like you said, Jay-Z, you couldn't snitch and then come back into the hip-hop game.
Yeah, come on, man. You gonna be doing shows and shit?
But in 2019, you can. You can.
I don't know about
what you think? What you think, Kels? What you think? You think he got a future, or what you?
I mean, first of all, you got to get out of there.
Once he gets out, you got to think about it. If his fan base is loyal and they really don't care. Nowadays, it's literally more white people than black people.
Yeah.
So,
white people don't give a shit about you snitching.
They don't care about
Nah, they don't care. That's what they
Can I
do.
pop Molly
That's
for
what
your
they
music? That's what it comes down to.
So basically you saying he could probably revive his career.
Not in he can't. Obviously,
he can't talk that gangster shit no more.
He probably will.
He
probably
How?
will.
How you gonna talk it? Well, I guess you can. Well, that is true. Like I wouldn't. Well, first I ain't buy it from the beginning, but I wouldn't buy it now that you snitch and it's gonna be niggas. But it is a section out there who don't give a fuck. Like that's the thing, Toby, your daughters. You think they like when if he come back out? You think your daughters care about he snitched on the whole crew?
Oh, you want the truth?
Yeah.
My youngest daughter will care. My oldest daughter won't.
Say that one more time.
My youngest daughter will care.
She would
my
care.
My oldest daughter won't.
She don't.
My youngest daughter's gangster. My oldest daughter's
She don't.
She like, that's what he did. Fuck it. That's what he did. My youngest daughter be like, oh, that motherfucker's a bitch.
Oh my God. All right, so we're gonna follow that story, man. And all right, so like I said, a whole bunch of stuff going on, man, in sports.
Hold on. Real quick, man. I don't know if you heard about this today. This shit fucked me up. You see Miley Cyrus' mom?
No, what'd she do?
With a whole bunch of weed. She shot a video with a whole bunch of weed and just basically standing there with just pounds and pounds of weed, just saying that she smokes and this and that. Now that's at their house.
She had
a
vending machine full.
That's Billy.
Yeah,
that's Billy. She's still married to Billy Ray
They
Cyrus.
still married.
Oh no, that's a safe.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a safe.
Well,
weed.
So I guess are they selling it now?
No, she just saying. She said how times are changing. She just showing motherfuckers that she ain't ashamed to let them know that's her weed stash.
You was talking about how you was in Jersey.
Yeah, and I got arrested for less than a gram. But see, that's the title of the article, white privilege, and even when it comes to marijuana.
Yeah.
This niggas that's locked up right now for having $20 worth of weed, and she got all that weed at the house.
Taking pictures.
I got arrested for just less than a gram of weed.
So people saying it sparks a debate about white privilege debate after posing a very large amount of marijuana.
Y'all Google Miley Cyrus' mom and her weed.
She opened a safe containing 16 bags of pot, roughly the size of, is it white privilege?
Have you ever seen a black person take a picture with that much weed?
No.
And the police,
that house would have been raided. They'd be talking to the judge. We need a warrant for 2336 Spencer Street right now.
All right, so let's get right into it, man. We're going to talk about your boy.
Some good news.
Some good news. Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick. I guess you could say he won his.
It ain't no guess, nigga. Yes, he won.
He won his grievance with the NFL. Him and let's not leave out the brother
Eric Reed.
Eric Reed. But it's a little controversy. Some people saying, man, he kind of sold out. Some people saying,
I don't know. Whoever says that's a goddamn fool.
What y'all? Go ahead, Kels.
Go.
Yeah, people think he sold out because they didn't get the money, but it is. My one thing that I was like, in the beginning, I was like, it's a little weird that he's kneeling to the flag. Because I always thought when you kneel to something, that means you surrender to it. But it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird that he's kneeling to the flag. Because I always thought when you kneel to something, that means you surrender to it. Because I always thought when you kneel to something, that means you surrender to it. That's always. I mean, that's always been my. You know.
Yeah. It's just
It's like the military. When they kneel, they're like, all right, I give up. When you kneel, you propose. You know, like I'm married to this now. Like that was my whole thing. I'm like, well, why did he put his fist down and kneel? That's my one thing.
Well, because he knew the fist wasn't gonna bring as much attention.
I don't know.
Putting the fist up, those guys didn't get much. I mean, we barely remember the niggas who had their fist up. We remember the nigga who was on their knee. I mean, I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about in football. Some players stood on the sidelines with their fist up, like you were saying.
Yeah, but you know what?
We don't remember them niggas. We remember the niggas who got on their knees, and that was Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed at the beginning.
You see how bad that sounds, though? That's why I feel like people are saying he sold out. Because it's like he got on his knees. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, that's the one thing.
But I mean, he did that, but then they kicked him out the league. So
what was he supposed to do?
I mean, his thing was
his money that
his thing was he needed
his career.
He needed to make the money.
No. I get that. I get that wholeheartedly.
I don't know where somebody could get where they get to sell out from. Like he asked them for the money that he would have made if he would have been playing. That's all they gave him.
He wanted his job, and then they was like, you know what? You didn't work these years, but we're gonna pay you. So I can't see how somebody could say he sold out.
Yeah,
talking about that part.
Out.
But as far as like before that, I was like, that's a little weird.
I guess they just wanted him to fight forever. I mean, just the war.
Yeah, I mean, how much longer do you want to go on? And it's like, man, what people are not realizing.
Misery needs company, though.
He's already donated a good portion of money that he's had before this. Now he can take that money and hopefully do something and help some more people. So anybody selling out, man, what the fuck? He deserved that 60 to 80 million that he got, and he didn't have to get them hits across the head and walk around this motherfucker not knowing where the fuck he at and can't remember how to get home, and he in the car and got to call his wife and say he lost and can't even use a navigational system on his phone. Fuck that type of shit. Now, he needs to never play again because he can't win. If he comes back out and he's a backup quarterback, people gonna bash him.
Well,
only way he can win
why would
this
they
shit,
bash him?
because, and then you can't.
I mean, you got to get your foot in the door.
You know what would be dope? If he started his own league. That would be dope.
Well, I mean, he can't do that because how you gonna start? I mean, that's the whole nother thing. They asked him to play in that new league, but he couldn't win there because if he played in that new league, they'd say the competition ain't good. Yeah. So he can't
I'm talking about
win.
like a black-owned thing.
And the thing is that it's going to be very, very hard for any team at this point to bring him in. Well, he's going to be more.
But it was hard for them before.
Well, his lawyer seems to think that it's a couple teams looking at him.
Hey, look, if you put him on the New England Patriots tomorrow, he will be more famous than Tom Brady. That's the truth.
True.
He doesn't have the accolades. I'm talking about famous-wise. He's more famous around the world than Tom Brady. You can't have a motherfucking quarterback backing up your quarterbacks like this, and he can't win. If he doesn't play well, people gonna bash him. If he does play well,
and
if he gets hurt or something, it'll be motherfuckers hoping he get hurt. It's just too much shit that can happen when you got $60 to $80 million. Do not go out there and take a risk with your health, Colin. Keep your motherfucking bread. Do something with it in the community. Fuck that football.
Now, it was a smart move from the NFL because the NFL did not want this to go to trial. They did not want this to go to trial.
They was never going to let it go that far.
They was never going to let it go to trial. They like, man, fuck it, whatever we got to give him, this shit ain't coming to, because they already did depositions, so they knew what was in the depositions, and they knew this shit,
and it's more and more evidence every week with these bums that step out on the field.
We already know that's definitely the evidence. Let me read what the Yahoo Sports says. Colin Kaepernick defeated the NFL in a legal battle, and make no mistake, that is one heck of a victory. The league possesses both the resources for court battles and the ego to never admit a mistake. The NFL spent millions and millions fighting Tom Brady. The NFL spent millions and millions fighting Tom Brady over the inflation levels of a football. It spent millions and millions fighting the legalization of sports wagering all the way to the Supreme Court. Then when the league lost, it immediately cashed in, of course. Against Cap and his claim that teams colluded against him, however, the NFL quit. The two sides reached a settlement Friday, and while the details haven't been revealed, the fact that the NFL was willing to concede any ground is significant, if not historic. Of course, if this thing ever got to trial, Kaepernick's lawyers probably only needed to hold up a picture of Brandon Whedon on the roster of last season's Houston Texans. And
Peterman. That bastard.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Well,
Blake Bortles,
excuse
but
me,
Peterman is terrible.
It ain't Peterman's fault. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call him.
Yeah.
Peterman, you just can't play. You just ain't a good quarterback.
And
probably a great
he
guy.
said all they had to do was show a picture of Brandon Whedon on the roster, and they would have immediately received access to Jerry Jones' personal checking account.
Yeah.
Settlement equals defeat here for the NFL. Here's the thing, though. Despite the loss, it stands to reason the league is fairly pleased with how not having Colin Kaepernick around the past 2 seasons turned out. That isn't an assessment for the dreamers out there, but NFL owners are realists, not dreamers. Whether the payout to Kaepernick is $1 million or $100 million, here, guessing it's a lot closer to the latter. It's the cost of doing business for a league that really cares only about business. Kaepernick protests had long ago been hijacked by political opportunists. This could have been a way to use football, America's top entertainment love, to spark discussion about a host of important topics. That includes both what Kaepernick was protesting and why some fans believe the flag should be beyond reproach. There's more common ground here than many believe. Instead, everyone just went to their corners and shouted. The other side was full of only racists. The other side was just un-American. It just goes on. But basically, like, following the 2016 season,
the podcast.
that's the Brinks trucks bringing Kaepernick his money. Following the 2016 season, the NFL just wanted it all to end. Players were divided, coaches were divided, owners were divided, and most importantly to the league, fans were divided. So how much y'all? I mean, I guess it's they keeping it quiet. People online trying to throw.
They breaking it down. I've seen some figures where they basically said it's probably in between. It's basically like $2 to $3 million a team. So that ain't shit. I mean, come on, man. Jerry Jones got that shit in his glove.
Oh, so they trying to say?
Car.
So hold up.
So 32 teams.
So they trying to say he got like 60. He may got
$90 million. $60 to $90 million.
They ain't nothing to them, you know.
No,
I mean, they just trying.
That's glove compartment money. I mean, look at Jerry Jones just bought a yacht for $100 million.
Yeah. So here's I think you touched on this earlier. So is he going to be back in the NFL next year? We talk about it. You say no. What you think?
Well, I ain't saying that he won't be, but I'm saying I hope he don't. It's not the smartest move. He really can't win. I mean, because now you got that bread. What are you going to do? Step back out there now for $5 million a year, take them hits? You know, no matter how. The only way he could come out of this winning football-wise, he would have to be the starting quarterback on a Super Bowl championship team. Other than that,
no. To me, no. I don't. Go ahead. I'm a break. But you got something about it, Kels? Because I don't agree with that.
I don't see him coming back. It's just the league is probably like, all right, look, this your hush money, just keep it going. Like in all the other situations where people got kicked out of the league, that was it. For not lesser things. Like Ray Rice never came back.
Yeah, but Ray was at the end of his career. We're going to talk about Kareem Hunt, which I told you months ago that he was going to be back in the NFL, and you said no. But go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. Nah, that was a perfect segue.
No, yeah.
Because I was going to say maybe because Kareem Hunt, but I mean,
you know the difference between Ray Rice and Ray was at the end of his career. Kareem Hunt is at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's all the NFL give a fuck about.
They don't care about women. No, they don't care about none of that. They care about the ratings and then the people that are betting.
And Cap ain't knock no bitch out. He ain't do none of that shit. He ain't do nothing. He ain't put his hands on. All he did was.
But I mean, as of right now, he's like a mortar, man. He can only. I mean, let's just say he came back. Let's look at it like that. Let's say he came back and he was a backup quarterback, and then let's just say someone got hurt and he had another 2 or 3 successful years. I mean,
how old is he?
He's 31.
So yeah, he can. I mean, he can play
still
for a long time.
Tom Brady. I'm not saying. But nah, why go and get your body beat up and get your brain beat up, and then you gonna have motherfuckers targeting him out there, bro, and all that old shit. Why go through that after you done went through the? It can only tarnish his leg. I mean, he's a martyr now. Do the work in the community. Don't waste time getting your brains beat in.
His attorney said 2 teams, Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots have shown. I don't know if the attorney just pulling this out his ass or. If they really, you know.
But he can't pull it out of his ass because Robert Kraft will go, hey, no, I didn't say that shit.
But I can see him with.
I can see him with the Panthers.
I can go ahead. You say.
I was going to say Panthers. I mean, it just makes sense. Like the symbol.
They need a
Symbolism.
backup. And Cam need a backup with his shoulder fucked up.
You said they need a black up. Yeah.
I said,
Damn,
and the Patriots,
slip.
the way they run their organization, way Belichick, I can see, I can see.
But like I said, then you still then you still have the factor of that. Really, what team might want to take this on like for real?
But the Panthers signed Reed too. They signed Reed.
Well, but Reed ain't the motherfucker that everybody remember. I mean, people know he was down for the cause from the beginning, but motherfuckers can't. I mean, it's white people who got pictures of Kaepernick's face implanted in their head. You know, they don't have Eric Reed's face implanted. I mean, he ain't like, that. But it's the fact that Cap, he can't win, man. He can't win. He just needs to stay away and spend that time doing the good work in the community and things that he really wants to accomplish. I mean, because like I say, man, because it's. I mean, all it takes is one team to sign him, but it's hard for any team to sign a motherfucker to be a backup who's more famous than all the starters. That's just a tough thing to do.
I want to buy his jersey, the I'm with Cap jersey. I got to buy that, man.
That's a tough thing to do. Does it mean that nobody will try it, or is it impossible? But it's tough when your backup is more famous than your starters.
Well, okay. Well, Tobe, we talked about the Kareem Hunt thing, so you were wrong on that. But
I'm not saying he ain't nobody gonna pick him up. I'm just saying
why
it ain't the best move. It ain't the best move for him.
How many games? Kareem gonna be back in the league next year. Just how many they gonna suspend him for? What you think, Hunt? How many? 6, 8?
Probably 6 now.
8, yeah.
6.
I think they had 6.
Who signed him? Cleveland. Yeah. I knew he'd be back. I knew he'd be back in the league.
Yeah, and I seen the general manager of Cleveland talking about it, and I said, well, this is the type of guy. Well, he said, he knew him because he was the one who drafted him in Kansas City. But he's like, we've done our due diligence. And he was sitting there talking, and he had boogers hanging out his nose. So I was like, okay, this is what
that's Cleveland. That's
right.
Cleveland Browns for you.
Yeah, nobody told him before the interview it was boogers in his nose.
Do you have an NFL team, favorite team?
Yeah.
Who you rep?
I'm a Falcons fan.
From Jersey, how you a Falcons fan?
You know what?
Giants.
Nah, growing up, Michael Vick was that guy.
Yeah.
It was more exciting. Like at the time when Michael Vick was coming up, I was a Raiders fan, right? I know, Jerry Rice.
Oh, so you didn't switch teams. Now
No. But I was young though. I was young. I wasn't over 18 doing that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You can't be a grown man switching teams. But I had a Falcons jersey, and every time they would win, I'd wear it. And then eventually people was like, yo, you a Falcons fan? I'm like, I guess so. And just watching Vic.
Yeah.
So it hurt. Like, I hated the Eagles growing up, bro.
Oh, man.
You know why? Because y'all was so back and forth. Like, there was one day where y'all was like, we like McNabb.
Yeah.
We like Reed. And then next week they lose by 2, and they're like, let's get rid of everybody. So, now don't put me on the live now that I'm talking about the Eagles.
No.
In a certain light. No, but seriously, though, I was, so it hurt. It hurt when Vic went to the Eagles.
Yeah. Why?
No, you should have been happy he got a job.
No.
Prison.
It was anywhere
but the Eagles.
But the Eagles, Saints, or Patriots. Just this.
All right, cool. So we're gonna for you. Shout out to Kaepernick. Hey man, salute to you. You got that money.
Yeah,
always proud of
Eric Reed, you got that money. Even though Eric Reed lied about them drug tests, we gonna talk about that one day. He lied about being tested all that time. Talking about he was tested 8, and then he came out saying there's no way he was tested that many times.
Fuck him. Someone there. Fuck it. They lied on him.
All right, so we do this thing called Dope of the Week. It's sort of like our asshole of the week or whatever. Jokenword and Tobe Hixx. Our dope of the week is a guy named Stephen Martin. You guys know who Stephen Martin is? All right, Stephen Martin is the owner of Prime Time Sporting Goods store in Colorado Springs, Colorado. You might remember when Nike signed Kaepernick to that deal. Mr. Martin decided, that he was going to protest Nike signing Kaepernick to that deal because he didn't like nothing about Kaepernick. And
where'd you say he was at again?
Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, Colorado.
White folks.
Yeah,
he almost got away with it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Martin decided to stop selling Nike products at his sporting goods store. So he owns a sporting goods. It's like owning a weed store.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sell no weed.
They a private sporting good. You know, mom and pop shit is hard to keep open anyway. And you're gonna do this. You're gonna pull Nike, the most favorite brand in America. Go ahead.
He had a sign saying, "Still choosing to stand. All Nike half price off. Just doing it." So he made a big hoopla about that. This happened. When did Kaepernick sign the deal? About 6 months ago? 4 months ago?
It was at the start of the season, September.
Yeah, so September.
Yeah.
Well, on February 14th, guess who's going out of business, Toby?
Yeah. That white man in Colorado.
Stephen Martin is going out of business. He announced that he was closing the sporting goods store due in part to lagging sales following his boycott of Nike products. You big dummy.
Hey, but how was he dumb enough to tell motherfuckers he was going out of business? That'd have been some shit that somebody else would have had to tell, because I wouldn't even told him. It wouldn't have been no sale. I wouldn't have been able to. How could that motherfucker admit that shit? I'm going out of business. Now, you dumb motherfucker. I mean, how did he tell his wife? I mean, can you imagine how his wife looking at him now? Talking about he was mad at Colin Kaepernick and now they family business is out.
It's a quote. I'm trying to find this quote. I had it on my phone. It was a quote that he said. I guess it was more Colin Kaepernick supporters than I thought it was.
Yeah. then he realized.
Especially in Denver, like out in Colorado where their quarterback isn't good anyways. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you know what?
Oh my God. This is
that's what he get, man. I hate to see anybody's business fail or, you know, whatever, because you got your family, your people that but he deserved that shit.
So somebody wrote on, actions have consequences. You let your hate and blindness lead you to failure.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, this dude, people are talking about it, like, this dude got a family. Like, this is what they say about, they say a lot about the Republican Party. Sometimes they'll vote against their own interests, just your own interests. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this was against your own interests just because you just want to be a fucking asshole.
My grandfather always told me there's people out here who will hurt themselves to try to hurt you. And this is just the case of that. That's a dumb motherfucker.
It's a jam.
He said being a sports store and not having Nike's jersey is kind of like being a milk store without milk or a gas station without gas.
Why didn't you think about that before?
They have a virtually monopoly on jerseys.
He's a hater.
There's no other options. Yeah, you dummy.
That's all the NBA jerseys. They all Nike.
Yeah. So he put out this post, Primetime Sports is closing all merchandise 40% off. Thank you for 21 mostly good years. For everybody that has offered help and support through the Honor, the Flag Memorial Wall, and Nike boycott, now is your time to help me liquidate. So he's trying to get some money. That's why he put up the post, because he's trying to get, hopefully, you know, it's one of them going out of business sales, but if you come and buy a lot of shit from me, I may be able to stay in business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he say, please do your Facebook thing with everyone.
Facebook thing.
Please do.
He don't even know what the word share means.
Yeah, he don't. Yeah,
he's crazy.
He's a complete moron. Where's his kids at? Like, you know, where's his wife at? Oh my God. So, Stephen Martin, you are the dope of the week. That is that. Oh my God,
That's
you a complete moron, man.
I mean, and then hold on, like, you know what's really, before we get off this, what's really stupid is that, let's just say he took all the Nike shit out. Like, after the first month, when you see all your sales going down, when you think like, fuck
yeah.
He just rolled this
that
motherfucker.
Was pride.
That was
pride. Hella pride.
He just rolled it all the way to the motherfucker till everything fucked up.
Look at him. He look racist. This is a picture of me.
But he was a Niners fan.
Oh my God. He's a Niners fan?
He's wearing a Niners shirt.
In Colorado.
So he's even...
Cap took your team to the Super Bowl.
One play away.
He took your team to the Super Bowl, and now you... That's crazy.
Oh my God. So you are the dope of the week, Stephen Martin. We wish you well in your next whatever venture you're doing or whatever.
And I hate that you fucked your kids and everybody else out the family business that could have went on.
Yeah, that could have been passed down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God, man. Colin Kaepernick should like buy the store. Like take the NFL money and buy that store.
That's what he should do.
And turn it into like
sell only Nike.
Yo, that would be
petty.
Nah, man, it's Colorado. He turned that shit into a dispensary.
Yeah, that would be
sell weed out the sporting goods.
Yo, that would be dope, man. Well, Jokenword, we appreciate you coming by, man. Now, I just want to, can you give the people a little bit of what you do, man? Give them like one of them funny poems you got, man. Something, just let the people, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage. Coming to the table.
Dope Dealer Podcast.
Stage.
Coming to the table.
Give him something funny, man. I forgot you did one that was it the Monopoly one? You did something that was
the Monopoly, fast food. I got more now, but I mean, I do
whatever you
I do Monopoly.
No, do whatever I just.
Yeah, it's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jokenword.
Short, sweet, to the point. Monopoly. So I had a crush on this girl growing up, and she liked older dudes, kind of like the Tekashi situation. And she was like, I don't like younger dudes because they play games. Long story short, the older dude was playing games, so I made this poem called Monopoly. My love is like Monopoly. So honestly, you gotta see. How could he not be mad at me that I'm after you? Girl, he treats you like Baltic Avenue. So if you're bored, walk. Girl, you could be my park place, so stare into my dark face. Go home, tell your friends you're taken again. Tell them that he's fine and dark skin. Tell them he's a come up like landing on free parking. Are you listening? You should stop just visiting. Because when he's in them jail clothes, we can connect like railroads. He ain't loving you back. In fact, he treats you like a luxury tax. I'm telling you everything you want to know because I keep it 200. Like every time you pass go.
Jokenword.
Man, I like that shit. Like that.
I keep it 200 every time you pass go, man.
That's funny.
What's the like? I know the process like writing jokes, like a poem and like you like a joke and a poem. What's your creative process with that, man?
It's kind of just like writing the joke. You know how
poetry, huh?
Yeah, Joe. That's cool too.
Poetry.
But it's how like you come up with like if you're writing a joke, for example, and you come up with like a bunch of things that go along with that topic. Same thing with poetry. So well, the way I explain it is I watch a lot of battle rap. So like I like what they do with the schemes.
I forget that we got to bring you back for before Summer Madness or something. We got to bring you back for that.
Let me know. But I like that. I like the comedy, jokes and because that's what we do naturally. And then poetry, the emotion. So I mixed the three together, and that's where I came up with the style from. And like I'll see, like for example, one of my newer ones, I got something called California Love.
Go ahead.
I just talk about all the different cities in California.
You got time to do it?
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead and do it. California Love, ladies and gentlemen. Jokenword.
All right. I'm just laughing at all right.
They watching you on live.
It's cool. It's cool. You deal with an overzealous fella. Let's leave him lost and jealous. Breakfast on the beach. You ever have a San Diego? Girl, I would do your body joy. I hope I sent a mental note. I heard that your little boyfriend was a body boy because his sack ran men too.
Wow.
Look, I could have gave this all to Dina, but I look past Adina. Remember what you want, Linwood. That's light. Let's turn these watts up. I'm trying to put the wood in the valley, and I will go down south, bae. I'll start with your back first. You won't be able to stand nor walk. Money talks, but you know what my chat's worth.
Wow.
I know. I made your Aunt Terry, but let's not bring up my past there. Remember what you want, Hollywood. And if your man act up, even Fresno, I stock ton, you don't want what's in this palm, Dale. You'll be walking dead. Don't end up like Glenn, Dale.
Glendale.
Baby, it's crazy. Ask Tracy. I got this gift wrapped. All I need is your box. I'm a star. Think the top of Christmas trees. Stop, whether naughty or nice. When I come down the chimney, I bet you'll believe in Santa, Monica. Remember what you want, Inglewood. Baby, I'm not done. Free ride on this tongue. Don't you know I comp ton? I'm not trying to be all up on you, love. I'm just trying to give you this California love.
Yo,
oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey,
Jokenword.
Tupac would be proud of that. Tupac would be proud of that.
That's what's up. Tell the party people where they can find you and all that stuff.
Yeah,
man.
I go by Jokenword on Instagram, all social media, YouTube, Facebook.
Spell it for them.
I was gonna say.
Joke, like the jokes, JOKEN, like the letter N, word.
Okay.
What you got? You got anything coming up? Anything going on or whatever?
Yeah, I got a couple of shows coming up. I haven't released them on social media yet, but March 11th, I'm in Flappers. I'll be in Flappers. And then March 24th, I'm producing a show with one of my homies in North Hollywood.
Okay. Cool.
So
Y'all at the venue yet?
Yeah. It's a Secret Rose Theater on Magnolia.
And they just follow you online and you'll give all the information.
I always tell people I follow back because I'm not famous yet.
No doubt, man. We appreciate you coming, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jokenword.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody, man. You know, shout out to our sponsors, Doman Cheap Movers, the #1 moving company in San Fernando Valley, man. Please go to our iTunes page and subscribe to us, rate us, review us, leave a review. You know how we do, man. You leave a good review, take a screenshot of it, go to our Instagram page, Dope Dealers Podcast, at Dope Dealers Podcast, and screenshot us the review, and we'll send you a free t-shirt. Also, you know, we on Twitter now. Dope, of course, the same thing, at Dope Dealers Podcast, at Dope Dealers Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, man, and you can follow me. I'm at Jamal Doman, JamalDoman. Toby, what you got going on?
And what I got going on is Credit Karma. Hey, everybody out there, download the app Credit Karma. It has changed my life. I mean, when I first downloaded it, my shit was, God, it was low. But then now, after a couple years of following their instructions on Credit Karma, my credit is respectable now. You know, I got a couple cards. You know, I don't have to feel embarrassed anymore when I apply for something, and it's all due to Credit Karma. Download the app, tell a friend, and just follow the instructions. Trust me, follow the instructions to financial freedom.
Yes.
Credit Karma.
Yes, I got my credit together on Credit Karma, so please support them.
And check me out this week, February 22nd through 24th in Raleigh, North Carolina at the brand new Improv they just built there. Raleigh, North Carolina. Tell a friend. It'll be me, my homie Felipe Esparza, Rodrigo Torres. You can get your tickets at Felipe's World. That's FELIPES world.com/tour. Raleigh, North Carolina, the Improv this weekend. So TOBEHIXX.
So they got an improv down there. Is that what I wasn't Charlie's Good Night? Good Nights? They switched that to the Improv, or they still down there? Charlie Good Nights. So it's two.
I think it is two.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, the Improv. I know they just remodeled. It's brand new.
Okay, all right, cool, man. Yes, please check Toby out this weekend down there, man. Listen, man, we love you guys, man. Like I said, man. Please tell a friend. Oh, if you want to talk to us, you can talk to the Dope Dealers. We got a phone number you can
Give
call.
us a call at 818-916-1818.
One more time.
818-916-1818.
Call us up. You want to book us for a show at Jamal Doman.
At Tobe Hixx,
and you can also
TOBEHIXX.
Yeah, and I'm JamalDoman. You also book Jokenword.
At Jokenword, JOKENWORD.
Definitely, man. We appreciate you guys, man. We love you guys, man. We talk to you next week.
Dope Dealers
Podcast.